Inside a high-performance motorcycle engine, components rotate at upwards of 15,000 revolutions per minute. The internal heat and pressure are extreme, and the only barrier preventing the metals from friction welding together is a microscopic layer of fluid. In a typical passenger car, this lubrication is compartmentalized. The engine block, the transmission gears, and the clutch all operate in separate environments, utilizing independent fluids engineered for their specific tasks. Most motorcycles, however, rely on a shared sump architecture. A single fluid pathway circulates the same oil through the engine block, directly into the transmission, and across the clutch basket. This design forces the fluid to meet conflicting physical requirements. It must reduce friction in the hot engine cylinders, resist mechanical shear in the gearbox, and provide the friction necessary for the clutch plates to grip. Preventing mechanical failure requires complex viscometrics and precision polymer chemistry. Because the sump is sheared, a chemical breakdown in one zone instantly circulates, threatening the entire drivetrain at once. At the cylinder walls and piston rings, viscosity is the primary metric of engine protection. Standard viscosity grades provide a baseline, but film strength under extreme heat is determined by the high temperature, high shear rating, or HTHS. To keep the hydrodynamic film from rupturing, lubricants must hold an HTHS rating above 3.5 millipascal seconds. Mineral-based oils struggle here. Past 200 degrees Celsius, they oxidize, lose structural integrity, and fall below the safety threshold. Polyalpha-olefin and ester-based synthetics maintain stability up to 300 degrees, providing a wider margin for thermal dissipation. Motorcycle engines also use this oil for variable valve timing and hydraulic camshaft tensioners. The engine oil acts as a structural hydraulic fluid, physically pushing the mechanical actuators that adjust engine timing. Oxidized or sludge-filled oil causes sluggish hydraulic response times, which leads to destructive vibrations along the timing chain. In the engine zone, viscosity loss changes engine timing and performance. Further downstream, the integrated transmission places a different mechanical stress on the fluid. To operate across wide temperature ranges, these lubricants use multigrade chemistry. This adaptability relies on viscosity index improvers, or VIS. These are massive, coiled polymer chains. As the engine heats up, these coils physically expand into wide networks, thickening the oil to maintain its protective grade. But inside the gearbox, transmission teeth mesh together under high torque, creating intense mechanical shear. The gear teeth literally chop these expanded polymer chains into smaller, broken fragments. This physical destruction is known as shear thinning. It results in a permanent loss of viscosity. While car engines isolate their oil from their gears, motorcycle lubricants must use much hardier, shear-stable polymers to survive this mechanical shredding. Using delicate automotive oil in a motorcycle transmission leads to rapid polymer breakdown, leaving the internal components unprotected. The third zone is the wet clutch, which uses alternating steel and friction plates submerged in the circulating fluid. The fluid must lubricate the engagement mechanism while simultaneously providing enough dynamic friction for the plates to lock together under load. Automotive oils are often formulated with molybdenum-based friction modifiers to maximize fuel economy. These modifiers act like microscopic ball bearings. On clutch plates, they create an overly slick barrier that causes severe slipping and tower loss. The Japanese Automotive Standards Organization addressed this with the JASO T903 standard, which identifies oils based on their frictional characteristics. A JASO MA2 classification verifies that the oil lacks these slippery modifiers, ensuring proper clutch lockup under aggressive riding. If a fluid is engineered too efficiently for friction reduction, the motorcycle cannot transfer engine power to the rear wheel. Even with the correct viscosity, extreme pressure can cause the fluid film to rupture. Protection then shifts to the chemical additive package. The industry standard for extreme pressure protection is zinc dialkyl dithiophosphate, or ZDDP. When heat and pressure peak, ZDDP decomposes to form a sacrificial, glass-like tribofilm over metal surfaces, absorbing wear that would otherwise destroy the engine. However, modern motorcycles now require catalytic converters to meet emission standards. The phosphorus in ZDDP exhaust gas permanently coats and deactivates the rare earth metals inside the catalytic converter. Because of this chemical incompatibility, ZDDP levels are strictly limited. Formulators substitute advanced ester base stocks to maintain anti-wear standards without compromising emissions equipment. Modern formulation is a zero-sum game, balancing the chemistry needed to save the engine's metal against the restrictions required by the exhaust system. This equilibrium of polymers, friction modifiers, and anti-wear agents has a finite lifespan. Short city trips often prevent the oil from reaching evaporation temperatures. This leads to fuel dilution, which reduces the lubricant's load-carrying ability. Simultaneously, the oil must trap soot, moisture, and particulate contamination that escapes the air filter. Eventually, the base stock degrades, turning from a smooth lubricant into an abrasive slurry that threatens internal bearings. These breakdown factors are the technical basis for strict manufacturer drain intervals. A fresh oil change replaces structurally compromised hydraulic fluid and restores the chemical armor protecting the machine's internal components.